Hello and welcome to the video on merging branches. So last time we saw all about branches, how to create branches, how to switch branches, and why do we use branches in general. So we saw all about branches. So if you haven't checked out branches video, you should check that out first before moving on to this video. In this video we'll be looking about merging those branches. So at some point in future when you work on your branch, you need to merge that branch, right? So in this video we'll be looking about merging branches, and there are basically two types of merging, so we'll be looking at that. So yeah, let's get into merging branches then. So let's consider the example that we were looking in the branches video. So we had these three developers, right? Rachel, Joey and Phoebe. So let's suppose they did work on their own branches. Let's say Rachel did on her branch, Joey did on his branch, and Phoebe did on her branch. So they have now their work on their timelines, on their branches. Now we need a mechanism to merge those things, right? And that is what we'll be looking today. So there are basically two different types of merges. First, we will be looking at the simpler, but the steps to do that are same. Okay, now I'm going to give you a theoretical steps first. So like the basic steps to merge. So suppose we have this master branch, and then we branched off and we did some bug fix, let's suppose, and we did 2 commits on that branch, right? So first of all, what you want to do, let's suppose your head is over here on the branch of the bug fix. Let's say you were here. So if you want to fix if you want to merge this branch, this bug fix branch, to the master branch, so you need to switch your head to the receiving branch. So this master is going to be your receiving branch, so you need to move your head to the receiving branch. Okay, so this is your receiving branch and this is your incoming branch. Okay, and now what you want to do is you just want to run this command git merge and the branch name. So you are on the receiving branch and this is the incoming branch, so this is where the branch name you'll be specifying it. So git merge and bug fix will merge your thing. This is a simple fast forward merge that you can see. Okay, so what is happening? So basically when we run the git merge command, it will turn into like this. So both of these commits will come to master. It is as simple as that. So let's explore this example in our text editor. So let's consider a fresh example to get started with. Okay, so I've made a folder songs for trips. So let's suppose we are going on a trip and we need some songs to, while traveling. So I'm going to use the terminal over here. All right, so this is the terminal that I'll be using. So you can use any terminal. Also, I showed you the source control tab in the last video where you can use this GUI as well. So totally depends up to you what you want to use, but I'll be using this for now. So since we haven't initialized any repository, let's go ahead and initialize a Git repository. So I'm gonna run git init and it will initialize a repository. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply make a songs.txt file. Okay, so let's suppose we added this song. So let's do a git add and let's do a commit on this. So we're gonna do commit -m and initial commit. Awesome. So we have this first commit right now, so I just added this thing over here. Now let's change our branches. Let's say Rachel wants to add her own song, so we're gonna switch to her own branch. So let's create another branch called as Rachel. So git switch -c and the name of the branch, that is Rachel. So let's add her songs. So let's say she wants let's say some Ariana Grande songs. So let's say 7 Rings, Ariana Grande. She wants some, let's add some Taylor Swift songs. So Willow, that is by Taylor Swift. Okay, so let's suppose she added this 2 songs, and now when I do a git status, okay, this thing hasn't been added, so I'm gonna do git add songs.txt, and then I'm gonna do a commit Rachel songs added. Okay, so we did that commit, and now if I check out to master, all right, I won't see her songs because it's on her own branch. So let's suppose I want to merge the changes from Rachel. All right, so I want to get these two changes on my master branch. So as we see that when we want to merge on master, so master is going to be our receiving branch. So first we need to shift or move our head to the master branch. So let's go ahead and move to master. So I'm going to do git switch. You can use switch or checkout. I'm using both so you get a hang of both things. So switch or checkout, both is fine. So I'm going to do git switch master, and I'm switched to master. Now I want to merge the branch Rachel to over here. So what I'm going to do, git merge and the name of the branch, so which is Rachel. And here we see, so a fast forward merge, which is the songs.txt, it changes the file changes and all that stuff. So now on master branch we have these two songs from Rachel. Okay, awesome. Let's do one more on this. So let's say Joey also wants to come. So let's say git checkout -b, and let's say I'll name the branch Joey, and let's add his songs as well. So let's say Joey added these two songs. So let's commit that. So I'm gonna do git add everything. Let's do a clear. Let's do git commit -m added Joey songs, and now we want this changes onto our master branch. So what we will do is first we will switch our head. So we can either use git switch or checkout. So I'll use checkout this time. Git checkout master, and since we want to merge Joey, so we will do git merge Joey. All right, and as you can see we have those two branches. So this was a fast forward merge, a very simple kind of merge, but not all the merges are so simple. Okay, so let's explore some other merge types. As I was saying, not all the merges are fast forward. There are some conflicts that will come up eventually. Now how do this appear? Let's say I was on master branch and then I branched out on the bug fix branch. Okay, let's suppose our original thing, but let's say someone did some commit on the master branch. Now we have one more commit on the master, but this thing are not merged yet. Now when we try to merge this to the master, we might get a merge conflict, or we need to add a new. So how would this merge? It would basically go and as a new commit. So there are chances that there might be a merge conflict. So what is a merge conflicts? It is basically sometimes this git cannot automatically merge your changes. Now as we saw in the last time, fast forward merge was automatically, it was merging. Whenever we write git merge and the name of the branch, it automatically merges. But there are times where git cannot merge this automatically, and this usually occurs when there are common changes in the common files, right? So we'll explore the example of this, and it's not a big deal, it's easy. We just have to resolve the conflicts. Okay, so now let's talk about some merge conflicts, and let's create a merge conflict so that we can better understand this. So I'm gonna purposefully create a merge conflict now. So we had these songs till now. So let's suppose what I do is let's say I switch to another branch. So let's do git switch, and let's go to a new branch. Let's do Ross, and we are on the branch Ross. Now let's say Ross doesn't like all these songs. Okay, so he's gonna just delete all the songs, and he just wants very few songs. So he'll say I want the man from Willow, sorry, from Taylor Swift, and let's say he wants another song, let's say Titanium, David, and then he wants, let's say, Unstoppable from Sia. Okay, these are his choices. Okay, he doesn't want anything, he would just want these 3 songs to have. Now we can do a git switch to, okay, we didn't add actually, so let's do git add, and let's do a commit. So you git commit -m and the message that Ross added songs. Cool. So now let's switch back to master. Okay, so master had these things. Let's also add some songs in the master. Okay, so I'm gonna add a couple of weekend songs now. So let's do Starboy Weekend, and then let's say Heartless Weekend. So these are the couple songs I added. Let's add an Imagine Dragons song, Believer, Imagine Dragons. Okay, so I've added a couple of changes over here, so I'm going to do git add, and I'm going to do a commit. Added some more songs. Cool. Let's do a, so what is happening now, I made some changes on the master branch as well. I did one more commit, and I also committed on the Ross's branch. So now as you can see, when I switch my branch, git switch Ross, when I switch the branch, you can see this songs.txt has so many changes. Okay, it has so many changes. Now if I switch back to master again, git switch master, there are a lot of changes. So when we try to merge these things, we're obviously going to run into some issues, because you know they have like whole different context, and you know the same lines have been changed, so there's gonna be a problem. So let's see how that works. So we're gonna do git merge. So make sure you are on the correct branch, or the master branch, or whatever branch you want to merge in. So make sure you move your head toward that. So I personally want to merge on master, so what I'll do is I'll switch to master and then git merge and the name of the branch. So that is git merge Ross. Now since there are a lot of file changes, we are going to run into issues called as merge conflicts. Okay, so I'm just going to close this file for now, or else. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and it is saying that it tried to auto merge it, but there was some conflicts and automatic merge failed. Fix this conflicts and then commit the results. So it is saying that Git tried auto merging these things, but it wasn't able to, and there are some conflicts in your file, and then you have to resolve it and then commit your result. It is saying like that. Okay, now how do I check what are the files that have these merge conflicts? Now we just have one file over here, so that is like straightforward, that you have only one file which has the merge conflicts. But in some cases there are multiple files that have merge conflicts, so you can run the command git status, your old friend, and that will tell you. So it will say you have unmerged paths, fix conflict, and then do a git so modified. So this file has some merge conflicts. Also you can come to the source control tab over here, merge changes, which will show us all the files that have merge conflicts. Okay, so now let's go ahead and resolve these conflicts. How do we resolve the conflicts? So now if I open this file, you will see this good highlighting that VS Code does it for us. Okay, now what is this? So these are the changes that we had on the master branch, as you can see, and these are the incoming changes, as you can see from the Ross. So this was our receiver branch, the head, and this is the incoming branch, the Ross's branch. So Ross said I just want 3 songs, and on this branch we had this song. So now we have a choice what to do. So these are the pointer, this head till equals, it is coming from our master branch, and from this equals to this, it is the process changes. So now we have, it is totally up to us now what we want to keep. Okay, so first of all I'm going to remove this markers now. So let's remove the markers and like this. Okay, so let's say these are the process changes and these are our changes. So let's say we don't want this song now. Okay, we don't want the man. Okay, so now it's totally up to us what we want to keep or not, and you can change. Now you can save and you can add and commit. Okay, so I'm gonna do Control Z bunch of time. I want to show you something else. So once you have this highlighting, you have these three options as well, as you can see: accept current change, accept incoming change, accept both changes, or compare changes. Okay, so now if you do current changes, you will lose the changes from ROS. Okay, these are just our changes now. Okay, I can do accept incoming change, that will do the changes from the ROS. Okay, and it will ignore the changes from the master, or you can both, which is what we did. So let's accept both changes, and then we have both the work. And then let's say we want to remove this thing, so we remove this. Now it is totally up to us what we want to keep or not. So let's say I'm satisfied with this. Now I can do a git add songs.txt, and now I'm going to do a commit -m resolve conflicts. So you can also name this anything, but I'm doing resolve conflicts for simplicity, and there you go. So you have all the changes now in the master. All right, so let's now do this with multiple files, just to show you as a practice. So let's create so let's do git add dot git commit -m and added apps and movies file. Awesome. So we have this. Now let's change our branches and work on some other branch. So let's do git switch -c, and let's, what do we name this branch? Let's do app 2 or something like that. Okay, weird branch name. So you want to name your branch a little meaningful. I'll talk about this later, but since I'm running out of name, I'm using any branch name. So since I'm on other branch, let's do some changes from branch app2. Let's save this. Let's also type this over here: changes from branch app2. And over here also let's add another song. So let's add Genius. It was from LSD, I guess, something like that. So on this branch, let's do git add dot git commit -m updated all files, something like that. Now let's switch to master, git switch master, and then let's change something over here as well. So let's do changes from master, and let's do some things over here: changes from master. Let's add one more song, master branch song, something like that. Okay, let's do a commit. So git add dot git commit -m. Okay, now I'm running out of commit message names. Let's do added bunch of changes. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is again git merge, and what was the branch name, I forget, app2, right? So when I do this, now I'm gonna result in some merge conflicts now. And now as you can see, all these three files have merge conflicts. I can check that with git status. So I can see all these three files have the merge conflicts in that, and we need to manually resolve this from all the files. So let's do a clear. Let's go to this so we can see it from here as well. So these are the three files that have merged conflicts. Let's go to app, and these are the changes from master, and these is the changes from app2. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna accept both, or let's accept the current change over here. And in the movies, let's accept incoming changes, and the songs, let's accept both the changes. Okay, so we have both the changes over here. Awesome, now we have resolved all the conflicts. Now we can do git add and git commit -m resolved conflicts from all the files, and there you go. Now you have all the changes in all the files. So this is how you resolve merge conflicts. So whenever you try to merge files, there will be some conflicts. So go through those files, check what you need, check what you don't need, and accordingly do your resolving of the conflicts. So that was it. So get some practice with this. Make your own repository, do something like this, switch branches, try to merge them, and then you'll automatically learn how to merge these branches. So get a practice with it. Otherwise, that is it from my side. If you have any queries, any doubts, please let me know. And thank you, and you guys know to do other stuff, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.